But I'm a bit not interested in people freaking out. I'm like, yeah, well, he can set it in a video. What an idiot. That's on him at the end of the day.
It looks like Mutahar may have been vastly overstating his professional experience as an engineer.
I play devil's advocate here. You know, this allegation is a bit serious. I think we don't know for a fact whether or not Intel sponsored him because he lied about his qualifications.
I don't know if it's just me and I'm so kind and wholesome and big chungus and I'm just so... But I don't think he would do this, right?
Yes, it can be illegal to falsely claim you're an engineer in Canada.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this segment on the road. I have been waiting all day to meet you guys here and talk about my good friend, Mutahar. Alright, people are wondering, Nick, how is there another segment today? Well, some new information has happened. I've been noticing, day by day, this story keeps getting bigger. Remember when I did the initial Mutahar segment? Remember when I got on here and I was talking about how, lots of people are spamming this tiny video at me. I probably got somewhere in the ballpark of like 7 tweets. People were in the stream asking for it. Donations were coming through. It hit my Discord. Like, I'm just getting tagged with shit. And that was when the video had like 10,000 views. Let me see where it is right now, the Nick Andros video. If you go to the Nick Andros YouTube channel, that I didn't spell right. If I go to the Nick Andros YouTube channel, this video probably has, yeah, about 269,000 views, which, great for Nick Andros, not necessarily viral, but the part that is kind of fucking viral is the fact that, like, everyone's reacted to this. Tectone reacted to this. WestJet made a video on it. It's become kind of a daily topic for like sensitive society. So everyone's kind of talking about it. I log into Twitter this morning and I saw that video about how Mutahar had been falsely claiming he's an engineer for like 10 years. My mind is blown. I stopped watching him ages ago, but how could I have not noticed? Did he really think installing Linux makes you an engineer? I always thought he was a security researcher. He coded phone apps for like 6 months and is a college dropout. So I saw this and I went, bazinga. That has 13,000 fucking likes.
Me viciously on Twitter.
13,000. That's a lot of people, okay? These videos that Nick Andros were making were not going out to that many people. And now everyone's talking about it. I saw this today, right? I go on in the new Mutahar video.
This nature jab.
Oh boy, me Mutahar here. I noticed he didn't start the video with his iconic catchphrase. I actually tasked my Discord server to see if they could find him say, "Who boy, me Mutahar" here. And I think we did find one video where he really used that intro. But I don't think it was as hyped as me. I think he just said like, "Who boy, me Mutahar" here. I don't know. We kind of Mandela affected it. Like now, people think that he starts every video with "Who boy, me Mutahar" here, and he legitimately doesn't do that. We just kind of made that up. I think it happened like one time. But I go to the comment section, and it's just like, this is a video that has 240,000 views. Turns out he was an ordinary gamer after all. I was waiting for an engineer's opinion on fuel refining.
Those likes were promised to you 13,000 years ago.
It's scary how realistic AI has become. Almost feels engineered. Good to see an engineer's take on this. Let's wait and see if Mutahar engineers a response to the claim of his own censoring. Please don't make me say the E word. Don't make me say the 6th character in TF2 that is located in the defense category. This dude seems like he's re-engineering gas. If I ignore it, it will go away. He engineered a solution. It's already known that you can reclaim gas from plastic. This is actually the first comment that's not about engineering. This whole situation seems engineered. Rated E for engineers. His mother already confirmed his safety. I don't know what that's in reference to. This whole situation seems engineered. What's up, my engineer?
No way, no!
Thank you!
There's a KFC in Yemen!
Who boy, me Mutahar here.
There it is. Y'all engineers better skeptic. Oh god. Some ordinary pathological liar. I think this was engineered. It's just all the someone wrote to me, they go, Nick, is this really a big deal? I go, click on the video. It doesn't matter if I think it's a big deal. It's clearly a big deal. Congrats on becoming the new pirate software, dude. That's just the audience. And by the way, we still haven't heard what Mutahar has to say about this. I'm a little confused here. If he's an engineer, this is like an easy disavow. Mutahar is a guy who specifically says he loves reading his YouTube comment section. So let's check out what the new comments are. I like the character in Garden Warfare with the jackhammer. Don't make me say the E slur. I heard he's banning the word engineer from the comments. Man, I love playing as that one silly TF2 character. It's like, oh, why is this a big deal, Nick? Is this a big deal? Is this a big deal? Is this a big deal? Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. But they're kind of just laughing about the engineer thing. I'm laughing about how this is like the newest example where Mutahar... Jesus, I can't talk today. Mutahar, dude. Where Mutahar has become like a fucking pathological liar again. I mean, listen, I'm open to hearing an answer to this, but I don't think it's going to sound really good. I got to be honest with you. It seems like after the Nux thing, my third eye opened and I can see right through his bullshit now. I usually pride myself on being somewhat decent at catching this stuff early. But on this case, yeah, this one blindsided the fuck out of me. I have no idea what happened. So he doesn't reference it at all here.
Plastic trash apparently had went missing, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if it's something that I can tell you right now is obviously we've all...
Oh, that was the mother has... Oh, wait, I'm actually fucking dying right now. I know...
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate
Thank
Rape
you.
Review.
Sonichu Medallion strikes again.
Yes, okay. I forgot that was there again. Fuck, okay. Oh boy, me Mutahar here. All right, that was what the mother thing was. Apparently this kid made plastic gasoline or something. Like, use like gasoline to, I don't know. Fucking, they made plastic gasoline, like the kid's gonna die. The mother confirmed the kid's safety and he's hiding out because he thinks he's gonna be assassinated. And then Mutahar made the video because he's an engineer, right? So I saw this tweet and it's like, oh boy, oh no. Uh-oh, that him Mutahar, bro. I would not like to be him Mutahar. Mutahar has banned the word engineer from his YouTube comment section. Not suspicious at all. 30,000 likes. 2,000 bookmarks. And then I scrolled down a little further and I saw this AI picture of Jen screaming, "What do you mean you're not an engineer?" in Mutahar's ear, which is fantastic. People were like, "Oh, this is where it got bad." I'm like, that's funny. Sorry. Now, we're going to look into this because honestly, for the most part, when I see people say that someone's hid a word from his comment section, it's usually bullshit. Like, it's usually just like, you got caught in the spam filter or something. Now, I will admit, engineer is kind of far from every other slur. So it's probably, we have a video to look at. Keep in mind, I'm priming you a little bit here. But for the most part, when I hear he's hid this in his comment section, it's usually bullshit. Also, there are totally legitimate reasons to hide people from your fucking comment section or to hide like certain phrases from your comment section. The reason why this one is like exceedingly crazy is because the allegations of whether Mutahar is an engineer is not something that requires a Google document to debunk, right? Are you college educated? All right. Do you got like where did your engineer status come from? It seemed he could solve this in a 280 character tweet. I don't recommend it because they'll have more questions. But like a 5-minute video or something would probably suffice, where he just kind of goes through and says, "Here's what I did. This is what it was. Just clearing it up." The act of...
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter?
The act of going to your comment section and hiding this much shit.
Person face-palming dark skin tone male assigned. Person face-palming dark skin tone male assigned.
What?
Kurt Cobain lied. He said he didn't have a gun, but obviously he did.
Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, it would be so easy. The time that it took him to go hide engineer and all the words that are like around engineer and like spellings that are like similar to engineer and stuff is probably the time it would have taken him to just respond to the allegation. And I understand if you're telling me, but Nick, he doesn't have to respond to every little shitter. It's like, yeah, but this is kind of a big deal, you know? It's kind of like a...
Nicholas!
It's kind of getting there. I mean, if you go look at his comment section, it doesn't seem like it's a tiny thing.
Analysis of Mama Max's mega upload takedown?
We already did.
Questionable if he knew what he was talking about with any of the hash stuff.
We already did. We checked into it when we actually did the Mama Max thing. We re-upped it or whatever. We looked at it last time. But we are going to relitigate something in here. I pulled up a... I pulled up an intentionally bad video that I wanted to go over here. I don't know if we're going to watch this one or the original, but we are going to relitigate something by the end of the segment because that's going to be my fun time. Yeah, we're going all the way back. But I posted this today because I was just kind of sick and tired. I didn't really understand what was happening. I don't know why Mutahar is not just fucking saying, I'm an engineer. Look at me, dude. I'm an engineer, right? So I wrote, he's going to respond to this, right? Like, if he is an engineer, this is almost effortless to disprove, and it's gotten too big to pretend he hasn't seen it. I've seen people say Mutahar doesn't owe you anything, which is obviously a total cope response, but they're also completely missing the point. This video got absurdly spammed to me on Discord, YouTube, Twitter, just even to react to it on stream. When it had under 10,000 views, by the way, not when it's like a big video now. Now everyone's asking me, they already saw the segment, right? Now that the drama has popped off, Mutahar is probably getting fucking flooded, all right? And I know this guy. I think I know Mutahar pretty decently well now, for all things considered. He's probably in a call with somebody shitting his pants right now. That's probably what's happening. Or if he isn't right now, it's because he just got out of one, all right? This guy is reading every single fucking comment. That's what's happening. Maybe he's not hiding any keyword phrases. Maybe he's fucking lightning blasting them as they come in. I don't know. I have no idea how the method is working, but I know that Mutahar is like a self-admitted comment enjoyer.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
FBI, open up. Give up your fake engineers so we can deport them.
I am an engineer. I am an engineer, Dr. Daniel Keeb. I am an engineer. That's him right now. So then I wrote, the funniest part of Muta's freak fans calling Nick Andros a stalker or harmful opinions like racist, just to be clear, let's say, for the hypothetical, right now that we're on stream, let's say that Harmful Opinions is the most racist content creator on the platform. Okay, let's say Richard Spencer face-fucked David Duke and produced Harmful Opinions, all right, and Nick Andros is hiding outside of Muta's apartment. How does that change the fact that all the clips that people are talking about right now are just Mutahar saying things in comparison to, like, Mutahar saying things? Or things that Mutahar has directly uploaded to his Facebook page, the Some Ordinary Gamers one, not personal. What would racism, I guess, have to do with that? What would A-logging have to do with that? If it's just clips of Mutahar looking at the fucking camera and saying something, this guy could literally be a Hitler-heiling Nazi. Unfortunately, we would have to give it to him, you know? Unfortunately, I hate it's the meme. Well, worst person you've ever seen has just got it right. Like, there's not really much you can do there. It's like, well, I see tons of posts like this on the Mutahar subreddit. It's like, listen, I thought the evidence was kind of damning, but can we just take a second and look at who we're watching right now? It's like, dude, I was there, fighting in the trenches in the World War Battle of Commentary, defending this motherfucker who made a good video on Keffels and was getting attacked by the trans community because the artist had a Kiwi Farms page and didn't like trans people. He hired an artist because they made people look ugly in thumbnails, and it was like a very common artist that tons of people hired. And then they looked through his entire online history and found out that he was like a transphobic person from Kiwi Farms. And you know who got blamed for it? Mutahar. So this same community that watched their YouTuber get dismissed by the masses just for hiring a bad artist, quote unquote, right? The same fucking community is just like, well, I know these points look pretty bad, but Harmful Opinions has said the N-word. It's like, okay, that's fantastic. Go fuck yourself. Absolutely, go fuck yourself. Yeah, and by the way, along with that, in defending Mutahar even further for that, literal leftists had hired that content creator. Like, that person was drawing thumbnails for everybody, and they all looked ugly, not just trans people when they got drawn. That was the guy's style. He made people look sweaty and unkempt. That was his style for thumbnails. I guarantee just by that just by that description, you've already kind of got it in your head which artist I'm talking about. It was I forgot his name. Worm, Just a Worm, was that his name? Just a Robot. The Worm guy? I think it was the Worm guy. Yeah. And my favorite part of that whole drama was they were pulling up pictures of Keffels, and they're like, you made Keffels look disgusting. And I just took both pictures and overlaid them on top of each other. It was literally the same fucking frame. Like, they didn't draw Keffels like manly or something like that. It was just literally Keffels' face, but like sweaty, and like the hair was a little fucked up. So the reality of the situation was they let me see if I could find this Keffels thumbnail. Keffels won the battle by like deflecting off the video, but lost the war because all of Keffels' fans and friends, because the video has been deleted now. I don't think you can oh no, it hasn't been deleted, it's still up. But like the reality of the situation is this is what Keffels looks like. So she won the battle. She successfully deflected everything away. Like, this is cross-eyed, sweaty, but, like, it's literally just Keffels' fucking face. And they made the hair look messy. Like, this is transphobic. So, yeah, like I said, won the battle, deflected off the video, lost the war, found out that all of her friends think she's hideous. That was legitimately what happened. I mean, there's ones of this of me. It's not transphobic when you draw fat Nick DeOrio with fucking sweat dripping down his face. So yeah, won the battle, deflected criticism off the video, lost the war, found out that they think you're ugly. So that's that. Cross-eyed a bit, that's part of the style. Let me see if I get just a worm. I don't know if I can still find this. Look how I was drawn. Yeah, look at this, dude. Look at this. This is just like look at this, dude. Come on. Come on. Is this transphobic, chat? Is this a transphobic image? It's outrageous. Like, what are we fucking talking about here? Wow, you drew that really transphobic. It's like, no! What do you think of Optimus and his channel now? The last Optimus video I watched was like the one where he talked about how his friend died. I don't know. I have no idea what Optimus is doing. But moving a little bit further along, okay?
I just saw Keffels' tweet. On
and I commissioned that. Dude, people were so mad about that, too. They were like, Nicholas DeOrio got ahead of looking super cringy by commissioning his own drawing from the guy who draws people fucking fat, sweaty, and ugly, or whatever. And they were mad that I commissioned an artist to draw a caricature. Not even a caricature, like just like a mean image, because they wanted to commission it to own me, and I paid for it. That was a thing that happened. But yeah, it's the Keffels Kiwi Farm controversy all over again. And then I put this out there and it's open. People thought this was like a request to come on my stream. You don't even have to do that. Just put out like a statement. Mutahar, happy to clear this up on stream if there's some kind of misinfo being spread about you. Any insight would be great. I mean, this is now segment number 2. Just waiting for Mutahar to confirm if he is or is not a fucking engineer, so we could stop talking about it already. I'm happy to do so. The second he comes out, provides evidence of it. Yeah, I mean, you could literally kill the segment before it comes out if you don't want another video on you out there. Or at least I can put your response in as we move forward. Not trying to take anybody out of context here, but Mutahar is not playing ball at all. Sad. So Harmful Opinions put out a 4-minute video going over what he believes is definitive evidence that Mutahar is censoring his comment section, or was censoring his comment section, because it does seem like there's a lot of like engineer comments that made it through.
Of Some Ordinary Gamers has just responded to commentary and questions regarding his claims of engineering credentials. Wait, what am I talking about? You don't see anything, do you? He hasn't posted a video, he hasn't made a tweet. Exactly. You don't see anything. Like any good professional engineer.
And I will say, every time I see this, it's usually fake. But I think this is pretty substantiated this time that something's gone on.
Mutahar found a technical solution. His response was to blacklist the word engineer and perhaps others from his comment sections. This is very easily confirmed by account switching or logging out. Let's leave a perfectly innocuous comment on his most recent video and include the word engineer, logged in as my Nightmare Club channel. Now let me switch back to Harmful Opinions. Let's sort by new.
I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see it better because he's not really zoomed in.
But
when you sort by new, it's not there. And now this is not one person, this is like every person. If you're in the comment section right now, obviously don't write anything mean, don't brigade him, don't do any of that. But you can run this test while we're streaming and tell me if you see the word engineer.
No matter how many times I refresh the comment section. I also left some.
You claim to care about rape.
Bro, that one got me because it was fucking 50, but it wasn't.
Ultimate Rape Review.
Because it was
Nick
Canadian.
Like Zordon
God
dropping
damn
his
it.
sweaty mixtape on that illustration.
Thank you.
Also, just got paid for the night shifts. Thanks for keeping me awake.
Thanks
Brother
for being here, buddy.
Honeybee.
Dude, I got stealthed on that one. I saw that come up, but I thought it was going to do the 50 sound effect.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Why is Mutahar turning into Boogie? Is he Stu PID?
Well, yeah, the
Anyway,
cancer
lying
thing
about
was
his
in there
degrees
too.
Is the only thing that brings Mutahar joy.
Yes, His iconic catchphrase.
Other comments including the word engineer on other accounts. Perhaps someone could engineer a more efficient method, I wrote. You'll notice it's a highlighted comment because I'm looking at it with a direct link. I can see it when I'm logged into the account that made the comment, but if I follow that...
Now, I did notice when we were scrolling through, Harmful Opinions' actual comment is there. So I don't know if that was manually approved. That is something that is, I guess, questionable here.
Link while not logged in or logged into another account, it doesn't work. To be thorough, I tested the exact comments I used on his channel on other channels, and this does not occur. It is absolutely not YouTube's basic filter.
I think Harmful Opinions posted a tweet here that's even more direct. Look at this. Here is what you see when you switch accounts. So here are 4 comments that were made by OmniLike. This is a comment containing the word nugs. This is a comment containing the word nux. This is a comment containing the word nux with a CK. This is a comment containing the word bucks. It is the 4th comment I have posted in a row. And now it looks like he's kind of trying to censor the word Nux Taku as well from the comment section. So that's another thing that's happening right now because Nux and Nux are both being hit, but other comments don't appear to be. So that's like the switching back and forth method. That's another one that's apparently been a thing here. Harmful's been checking this all out on Twitter.
So Mutahar has responded.
It's turning into, yeah, King Boo, yes, this is turning into like a John Swanian level lie. It's something that like, at some point, he had so many opportunities to come clean on if it turns out this is all completely fucking accurate, and he just continues to like spiral further and further and further to the point where it's like beyond parody. Like this guy's gonna be debating Dream on Drama Alert in a couple of weeks.
And his response was to censor you, no matter what he might say or do next. Remember, this was response number 1. And he did this just 3 days after uploading a video where he says this.
We're living in a time of censorship coming at us from both the government end and from private entities. And honestly, we have to find some way to fight back.
I don't think Mutahar means...
We need an engineer. That's what we need, dude. We need an engineer to help us in the censorship war.
Nicholas DeOrio's
man.
latest video.
A single thing he says, ever. Some people were disappointed with my last video.
I thought he was going to pull up the part, because I think he mentioned that he was an engineer recently too, right?
That I only covered stuff from a decade ago or more, which is because I started looking at him from the start, and I made a video about what I'd seen. Well, there you go. There's an example of him being a total fraud from this week. Mutahar. Just 4 years ago, you were still calling your viewers your family.
I have to be honestly just thankful that we as a community are around, and you guys are basically my family.
Yeah, this is so fucked up. By the way, thank you to my friends and family in the chat right now. You guys are awesome, dude. My friends and family, my personal closest, dude, my closest 3,700 friends, dude.
At this point, like, I consider you all extended family.
And now you're not going to let your family say a word you love to say?
Unfortunately, because of this video, you guys are going to be once removed. So you're my 3,780 closest friends and family once removed.
So often? That's not very brotherly of you, is it? Do you remember saying this 4 months ago?
Yeah, I'm honestly serious here. Like, if my comment section didn't exist, I would...
Bro. Dude, holy shit, dude. Wait. Whoa, dude. Whoa! Bro, is anyone thinking what I'm thinking right now? Holy shit, dude. I gotta fix this. Wow, put that back on. Jesus Christ, bro. What the fuck? Dude, no way.
live a much depressing lifestyle. I love my YouTube comment section. I actually really love you guys so much beyond all of it. Because to be honest, I can just, like, anytime I need a good laugh and a good happy day, I just read some of the stuff you guys say, whether you're, like, talking about the topic that I'm discussing or you're just straight up roasting me. It's always funny to just get down and be part of the community over here.
You love being roasted, but the E word is a step too far. There's free speech in the...
I mean, it seems like he's just panicking. Maybe I'm gonna look like an idiot. Maybe Mutahar he's just gathering all the documents, or he's launching a legal complaint against Nick Andros, dude. maybe I'm gonna have egg on my face.
And there's hate speech.
That was his engineering degree going up in flames.
First, second generation DeOrio family member.
Yeah,
here.
base, dude.
Each an engineer with a hard R is clearly a slur. You can of course say it with a soft A instead. it won't be filtered. You know all you had to do was do nothing, right? Like you said, YouTube's not your job, you don't rely on it financially in any way. And even if it was, no matter how many people hate or dislike you, or think you're a total fraud, you'll always have tens, hundreds of thousands of people who love you no matter what. Is that not enough for you? Are you still the little boy from 10 years ago whose heart's broke?
But my rebuttal to this point would be, he probably does plan on doing nothing, or planned on doing nothing, by just muting it and hoping you guys just go away. He just didn't count on the fact that like tens of thousands of people were gonna pick this up, like this story up, and that like WestJet was gonna make a video on it. That probably threw a wrench in this. Like, yeah, even if you caught him hiding the comment or whatever, ultimately in the past that probably wouldn't have been a huge deal. I guess like in terms of popular thought. Right, he probably would have gotten away with that. But for some reason, this one controversy is like the viral Muda one, instead of all the other shit that's happened this year.
When someone unsubscribes?
If I ever lost one subscriber, I feel heartbroken.
I guess so. Now, the odds of Mutahar seeing this, I would assume, are very, very low.
Well, people spam people about it? Dude, do you think they didn't spam about Nux Taku? Do you think the Nux Taku one that was pretty fucking dead to rights got as much airtime as this? Because it didn't. I don't think it did. People have been talking about this non-stop, dude. It's on everything.
But I really hope that Mutahar knows that if he's not a fraud, all of this was salvageable. If any of those jobs he had engineer in the title and he showed receipts, it would have gone a long way, even if he has been fluffing himself up a little bit. If you provided receipts on top of that in the course of one of those jobs, you dealt with cutting-edge hardware, I would make sure that everyone knows the Intel ad where you made those claims isn't fraudulent. But instead, your go-to on becoming aware of what's going on was to censor everyone and try to stop the spread of information. That's a problem in and up.
I mean, it's just bizarre for like a YouTuber who covers like drama. I feel like you kind of have to be a bit better than this at this.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Appreciate it.
Test.
Of itself, brother. You went full Managem. You went full pirate software. Good luck with that. What was it Mutahar said about that guy again?
Just learn to take a little bit of an L. Learn to laugh at yourself.
Ow. Oh, God. This is so hard to watch. Not really. I mean, I love watching it, but holy fuck, dude. I have seen some confusion by the fact that they can still find engineering comments under his videos. Good, this is actually what I was hoping he would mention. It's because I believe despite claims that it will censor close matches in the menu, when you blacklist words on YouTube, it typically only hits full words that are exact matches. Anything else is not exactly engineer and may slip through. If you look through his Why Android is Better Than Apple video, you'll see many instances of engineer in the comments. Good luck finding any on the next two, unless any slept in before he clamped it down. Wow. He's now a blacklist engineer. That's interesting. I also saw another video on this. Like, this is why I think this shit's legit. Look at this. I said yesterday I would never go to a lawyer for YouTube drama advice, but I guess this is kind of...
Nicholas. The title of the video is called Mutahar has been a fake engineer for 10 years. Really, really amazing video. He also has the Google Docs.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Knock, knock, open up the door. It's real with the
non-stop pop of engineers. So now Lust dropped a video on Mutahar. Dude, everybody's dropping Mutahar bombs.
And like I said, the best evidence from a legal perspective is often just from the person's mouth, right? And that is what this individual is using. The individual is using video clips that Mutahar himself has made and published on his
YouTube. Like Mutahar has uploaded these clips. It's not stalking to pull up shit that you've literally said in your live streams, right? Especially when he's admitting that he's using software to do it. He hasn't sat there and watched 80,000 hours on 16 different monitors to find the clip, okay? He's just pulling up shit using like the keyword search feature.
YouTube videos to disprove that he is an engineer. And I do think there are questions.
Well, I'm not saying that he doesn't A-log Mutahar. All of his content is Mutahar. If you want to make those arguments, sure, whatever. But like just based on pulling up clips from 10 years ago, my argument is that he's not watching 80 hours of Mutahar a week to create this content. Because he probably isn't.
And Mutahar should come up openly and say that he is either an engineer or not. Because there is a lot of contradictions in Mutahar's expertise. In fact, it just doesn't only apply to engineer, what type of engineer he is. Does he have a degree? It is not, according to Mutahar himself, he dropped out after a semester of college to...
Bro, Mutahar is your friend from high school who never invited you over his house, you know? And why do you think that is? Well, because he lives in a mansion. I don't know if you know this, but his family is very wealthy. I'm not really talking about Mutahar here. I'm using kind of an example. Like your friend from high school, he's a very wealthy family, lives in a mansion. Did you know, actually, his dad promised him a Lamborghini the day that he gets his learner's permit. That's Mutahar. That's what Mutahar is. Mutahar is a tall tales guy who kind of just lies a lot.
He become a YouTuber. Is this really lolly? When he saw YouTube was going really well, but then he says engineer. Now, could you be an...
Yeah, dude, his uncles all work at Nintendo, you know?
Engineer and not have a college degree? Yes, but according, again, to Mutahar himself, you need a degree to be an engineer. So these are the
whole family works at Nintendo? Yes,
exact words. Now, I do understand Mutahar has been online for a long time, and he's been making a lot of videos, so of course, words and out of context can be kind of portrayed very differently. But that being said, I do think the contradictions are drastic enough for me, at least.
Yeah, and that's what the average person is going to pull away from this. Maybe Mutahar being an engineer is not the most important reason that you watch him. For people like me, I didn't even know that he was supposedly an engineer, right? I've watched Mutahar for 5 years. I never once clocked the fact that he claimed he was like an engineer. Okay? It's just like another piece of the puzzle. He's lied about it so many times, or appears to have lied about it so many times, that an answer really is required before we can kind of move forward on anything. Because I mean, I honestly, after the Nux thing, after this, like, I don't know what I can believe that comes out of his mouth. It's not really very meaningful to me when he speaks anymore.
As a viewer, to wonder if Mutahar has he been a fake engineer for 10 years?
But 10 years is a really long time to keep your story straight, too. That's like another aspect to this, yeah.
Some ordinary gamers, also known as Mutahar or Muta, has been claiming...
Like, everyone who says Mutahar's name sends me through a wall, dude. He's Mutahar, he's Mutar, he's Muta! Dude, Muta.
Very steep credentials over the years and presented him as a hard worker, a CEO, a computer engineer, and a YouTuber who manages to still upload on...
Does anyone have the tweet, or did he delete it, when Ethan Ralph was like, you should go back to the 7-Eleven where you came from, and he's like, actually, bro, I own 7-Elevens. That has literally lived in my head for so long. Ever since I kind of figured Mutahar was like a tall tales guy, I'm like, did he fucking make that up? Did he make up that he owns 7-Elevens? Is that on his fucking Twitter still? I need to look this up right now.
Schedule. It's an impressive story, but
what's the name of the guy?
Many
Keemstar
YouTubers
Orbiter,
think they can
Nick
get away.
Thank you,
Mr. Oreo.
Of all kinds of lies because they think their audience don't pay that much attention, and even
Nick
if they
just
notice
started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Thank you so much.
A contradiction, they're not going to remember the original video that claim appeared in.
I mean, it's over the course of 10 years. You have no idea what people have really pulled from this. I will say, though, maybe it hits harder for people who have watched his computer content and, like, watched his deep web exploration stuff or watched his, like, videos on tech stuff, because maybe you'd expect him to kind of have a bit more insight there. And then, obviously, somebody in the chat mentioned before, maybe he doesn't know about, like, the legal shit involving CSAM hashes and stuff in the Mama Max video. Mama Max retroactively gaining some more points in this drama.
Who is going...
Thanks a lot, Mutahar. I was sitting here looking at Mutahar's channel, right? And I was like, what is, like, Mutahar's top videos, right? And I feel like kind of an idiot.
Hello, guys and gals.
I didn't realize, and it's in the legacy of this 10-year-old YouTube channel. Okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought. Oh, no, this is oldest. Popular. I didn't realize that the collaboration me and Mutahar did, right, was in his top fucking 8 ever. Top 8 videos he's ever posted. And the bombshell is the thing that he left the call for. This is the one, yeah, the thing he left the call for, and I did myself. That's so funny. I didn't realize that was such a substantial piece of Mutahar lore.
Going to Otter watching thousands of hours
Dude,
of
I'm an enabler, bro. I didn't know he was crazy. I wouldn't have fucking worked with him.
To timeline the claims they made and call them out on their contradictions.
Thank you for the
Not
goal.
me,
New
but
goal.
I know an easier way. So I think this is a pretty interesting point. Tech support stolen valor.
Is he reading a donation? Dude, there was no way he just said tech support stolen valor. Wait, dude, tell me that. Dude, come on.
It's a pretty interesting.
He's reading a donation, surely.
Point. Tech support stolen valor. Bro's a professional landlord.
Yeah, he's reading it, dude.
Why? The sounds of it. The further his eye
Dude, Lus is insane for that.
Bags worsen, the more nutty he gets. Bro never should have put on that medallion.
Dude, hearing this fucking lawyer just repeat all of the community shit, like he put on the Sonichu medallion, dude. It gets me this is why I pick Lus. Lus is my main lawyer I watch. The only problem with Lus, again, as we've gone through at least 3 times on the channel, I can't be subscribed to him at any one moment because I go through his fucking posts and it's just spam. My neighbor is excited for the Kamala Harris book. He plays her videos on full volume every day. He wants me to buy the book so we can discuss how the election was rigged. Should I? Should I buy Kamala Harris's book and make a video on it? Would my audience love it? Kamala Harris is going to release a book about the 2024 presidential campaign. Are you buying the book? These are all like in the last 4 hours. In April, Trump imposed a 10% tariff on all goods entering the US. Recently, he suggested that he might raise or double it. Do you like Trump's tariffs? Should I do more AI shorts? I feel like you guys really like them. Here we go.
This person sold their VHS player on eBay and got a surprise letter in the mail.
I mean, he's kind of unhinged. I gotta be honest with you. Lush is kind of unhinged, but his lawyer content's pretty decent. I mean, I enjoy the lawyer content. But like in general, his content strategy is kind of schizophrenic.
He is a CEO, just like...
He's a maniac, yeah.
Carl Jobs was the CEO of Carl Jobs Gaming till he turned it over to his wife. Mutahar is the CEO of Some Ordinary Gaming LLC.
He called it Some Ordinary Gaming? Are you fucking kidding me? Is that a misspeak?
Mutahar is the CEO of Some Ordinary Gaming LLC.
Okay. All right. Listen, guys. I thought that my company name was stupid. That is dude, that is actually lethal. That's worse than the allegations. Some Ordinary Gaming LLC, dude.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
He's gaming the system, yeah.
This is the
dude SOG double G
guy who has an
dude SO double G. I was gonna do something like what I was going to do. I was gonna call it, no joke. I was going to call my
Nicholas the Goat. Thank you for the $5.
I was gonna do it. I was gonna open. I didn't do this, so I'll tell you about it. I was gonna open a LLC, and I was gonna call it, like something like the Cabal or something, Cabal something, or like Commentary Cabal, as like a joke because people keep saying we're the Cabal, and then my company name would be the Cabal, and then I found out that the action, because I'm thinking like from Destiny 2, like that's what the Cabal is. And that, like, I've heard the word before. I did not know it meant, like, a horde of Jews plotting to destroy people. I was unaware that it was, like, a deeply anti-Semitic word. I had absolutely no fucking idea. I ran this by my accountant, and she's like, it's kind of an interesting one, but, I mean, we can see if anybody has it. And I'm like, why? And I Googled it after it. It just means Jews. So I didn't do that one. I just went with, like, a generic one, like everybody else did. I'm kind of glad that I didn't fucking file that, because that would have looked insane. But yeah, no paperwork ever got done. We never tried to get the name, so that's good.
Interesting sounding title, but you click the video and he is blanking like hell and can't sit still. I just assume...
Wait, what? Do they need a tweaker now?
Is blanking.
By the way, I love Wavy WebSurf just sitting here being in the kill cam for this right now.
Like hell and can't sit still. I just assume he worked at a generic IT department. I just hate how
Dude, he's an IT engineer. Timeline document. Are we gonna go through the timeline? Because I didn't cover that.
trade and win $20 while losing 2,000. I'm a stockbroker. Buy house at slightly lower prices. I'm a CEO of a company that flips.
What the fuck are you saying, Lus?
He's the adult.
Note to creators, if you use this resource to make a video of your own, you're using research I've done. If you don't make it clear you're using my work, you're presenting it as your own. That is known as plagiarism. Well, Nick Andros wrote this thing, I guess. Cool. Feel free to use this information in your videos. Present it, monetize it to your heart's content on one condition. Credit me for my work if you're using it. If you don't like the watermarks in my footage, take it up with the people who have been harvesting information from my videos without credit. I know my work was worth stealing and making money from, but I didn't know my work was worth stealing and making money from, but apparently it is, and I won't tolerate it. I mean, this is fair. This is fair.
Adult version of the kid.
There's no non-soy way to defend your IP, dude. Or your content, things that you create. There's no way to do it without looking soy.
Kid who has a hot girlfriend at another school.
Wait, yo, that's a better one! That's literally a better one, bro! I got paused hard!
He's the adult version of the kid who has a hot girlfriend at another school. The weirdest part is he's lying or making up crap.
Dude, he actually is, dude. His uncle works at Nintendo. He lives in a mansion, but you're not allowed to go there. And he's got a hot, banging girlfriend, bro. But she doesn't go to the same school, so you've never met her.
To mostly professional YouTubers like him. Why is he ashamed?
Dude, she's from another town, bro. Dude, all right, we have a long-distance relationship. She actually goes to a different college, bro. She actually goes to a different college.
This isn't just harmless lie, by the way. He's massively profited off this fraud. His whole channel blew up with dark web videos where he presented himself as a...
Dude, deep web browsing, pills by the thousand. Lean sipping squid up on Jolly Ranch Mountain.
Professional cybersecurity expert, helping demystify the internet for the layman. All of his content depends on him being this put-together successful guy who works full-time.
That is kind of the aura. His aura is like a put-together fucking... just a regular dude. Every regular dude on YouTube is just... Dude, I don't think it's possible anymore.
And is able to look at internet dramas from an unbiased position because he isn't terminally online. He has had tech companies sponsor him, presumably based on his reputation, which is entirely made up.
I can't believe, like, Nick Andros put this much shit in here. Look at this. It is actually a schizo document. But, I mean, in his defense, I mean, these are... YouTube is not his job, December 31st. YouTube is not his job, December 10th. May 13th, Mutahar is a video editor. May 6th, Mutahar is an engineer. January 28th, Mutahar claims to be an engineer. That's insane.
Passionate about. Now, I'm not as good at immigration as I am about patents or copyright.
That one was crazy. Mutahar is developing an AI toolset he wants to sell to Microsoft that will use neural stuff. Sorry, neural. I thought it said natural stuff, dude. Like he was going to pull things out of the environment. Dude, neural stuff to upscale textures in video games, dude.
In fields like commercial.
Mutahar claims to be an engineer, 3x.
Commercial real estate, bankruptcy, which later would become important when Carl filed for bankruptcy. And he's like young. He's younger than I am. He's about the same age as me, Michael DeOrio. And the guy has like expertise in 14 different things. It's kind of like puffery, right? It's not, I don't think it's illegal. I don't even think it's, it's borderline unethical, but I don't think it's unethical. It's just what people do on LinkedIn. Have you guys seen this place called LinkedIn?
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm glad that he brought up LinkedIn. It's like literally like applying for a job and lying about your work history because you know that they're not going to check. But on YouTube, if they check, you call them a stalker, Like, yeah, that's what Mutahar is, like a content LinkedIn liar. That's what he is. That's a good example of us.
Like on LinkedIn, it's exactly what they said. Hey, you made a stock trade. It made you $20. Now you are the CEO of a stock brokerage firm, right?
No,
your grandmother gave you $10 as a birthday present. You put the $10 into Apple. It went up $1. You've increased revenue by...
What happened, Betty? To think I would be kicking off about what a pointless thing Nick is picking this. if Muda's girlfriend wasn't mean to me on Twitter, is Doe popping off right now? Is that what's happening? I don't think Doe talked about this either. I mean, obviously, I don't want to turn this into like the Bash Mutahar's wife show, but I also wouldn't go to her to like solve a math equation. Even if Mutahar's not like an engineer, he probably can solve math equations a little bit better.
By 10%.
She's not the brightest one.
Overall, year over year.
The bulb has dimmed over time.
People lie about a lot of stuff.
I
But
say something to
in
you,
terms
Nick?
of like
I really like
legally,
it.
there's
Why?
something called puffery. So this is especially marketing where you can lie about it. And as long as the customer, as long as it's not like factual, it's not like,
Is
oh,
this
I made
really
an extra
lolly?
$100,000 for you,
Okay.
or an extra 200.
This is not a case of like somebody, again, I keep going back to lawyer because lawyer would be like objectively worse, right? It's not a case where like you're a fake lawyer like Mike
Is this
from
really lolly?
Oh, thank you so much for the gifted. I appreciate it. Like, you know how Mike is a fake lawyer in Suits? And they're like, well, if you ever get caught, all the shit that we've done together, that could blow up, right? Like, you're gonna go to fucking jail. Like, the whole like thing is fucked. Everything is fucked if we find out that you're a fraud and then you never like fucking pass the well, not pass the bar, but fucking if you never went to law school, right? But that's not it's not the case here for being an engineer, I guess. I don't. It really does depend. I think that people don't care about the engineer thing as much because they watch him for drama and they didn't even know.
You can lie about your job title and get away with it because everyone assumes everyone is lying about their job title. Is Mutahar a real engineer? I don't think so. I do not think he did not go to college, or he did go to college and he dropped out.
Dude, his legal perspective is that Mutahar is like Mike Ross of YouTube. Dude, he's a complete fraud.
Out of college after a semester, according to Mutahar. He did not get a degree in STEM, even though he's always pushing these STEM degrees. It's easy to look at Mutahar and think that, oh, this guy went to college for IT and he's some type of engineer, just because of how Mutahar presents himself. And
What, Brown? What's wrong with you? I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna get. Now they're gonna say the same shit about me, dude. Yeah, just look at this guy. He clearly went to school for fucking IT. Dude, he presents him. I'm kidding. Stop.
Mutahar presents himself this way because he gets viewership.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Engineers are the dumbest smart people I have ever met. Sincerely, an electrician.
Thank you.
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
I realize the YouTube meta. Talk out of your ass and be confident about. You will make bank until the commentary pitchforks come out.
I mean, you could still make bank. He just had to handle this well and move past it. That's all he had to do. I mean, like, this guy had like multiple opportunities already this week to just come clean. That's kind of a main factor here. Yeah.
And then Mutahar claims to be an engineer. Mutahar claims to be an engineer. Mutahar claims it is exactly like that pirate software guy. There was a video where...
Oh my god, dude. Even the people who don't cover drama for a living are making the connection that he sounds like pirate software. Because he kind of does. But dude, if pirate software lied about being a...
You claim to care about rape, and you're hyping up a dude who has a segment on a show called Ultimate Rape Review.
Damn it.
Hoo boy, me Mutahar here. Oops. I kinda stretched the truth a little bit a lot.
Yo,
Hoo boy, I told
tell me
everyone
right
I
now,
was an
for
engineer
any
when I am really
naysayers,
just a
dude.
computer enthusiast.
Any naysayers
Hoo boy,
in...
this ride is gonna
How
be a
long is
little
this
bit
one? Thank
bumpy.
you.
Hoo boy.
Thank you. The Hoo boy, yes. Hoo boy. Hooblo. Dude, fuck Hooblo. Let me write, like, right now, if pirate software faked being an engineer, how relevant would that be? If he just said, like, I'm an engineer, and they proved all the same shit about him, there'd be 50 videos in 6 hours. Everyone would be talking about it. Front page of Reddit. It would be way bigger than this, dude. It would be like the biggest thing that ever happened. People like Mutahar, so it's a problem, but nobody would be defending pirate software if he did this.
Pirate Software is saying, "Hey, I never worked at Blizzard. I never talk about me working at Blizzard." And then just
Yeah, perfect example. Did anybody ever see the Pirate Software mega compilation of him lying about how he doesn't like say he works at Blizzard? Hold on, wait, where is that, dude? When you make clips of Mutahar over the last couple of years talking about whether he was an engineer, you're a psychopathic stalker. When you make a clip compilation of every time Pirate Software said that he worked for Blizzard, you're a fucking comedian. Why have people not made videos like this already? Yeah, supercut. You could literally make the same supercut with the same music and they'll call you a psychopath for doing it to Mutahar. Because people like him.
Watching a video that was critiquing you for mentioning you work at Blizzard so much, I literally never talk about it. When I worked at Blizzard, I did that for Blizzard. Blizzard, 7 years, yeah. Blizzard.
I challenge somebody before the stream is over to go download the clips from fucking what's-his-name's Google document and remake this video with the same song about Muta being an engineer. I'll fucking pull it up, I'll credit you and everything, if you can make it before the stream's over.
Nickbo, didn't you go the Gay and Bisexual Academy? Honeybee.
Yes, dude, yeah, I went to that academy.
I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment. Used to work at Blizzard Entertainment, your red team specialist for Blizzard Entertainment, and Blizzard, is having worked at Blizzard, I grew up at Blizzard. Blizzard, game industry for Blizzard Entertainment, Blizzard.
You can literally replace this with the word engineer and then just put a bunch of cringy shit in between. You could remake this video, but people are in a jerk wave and hate Pirate Software, so they're like objectively harsher at every corner. And Mutahar is like nice, wholesome Chungus, so we can't criticize him at all without being a stalker.
it's like a compilation. I think something 3 minutes where he just
Dude, you can literally go to this link that's in the description of the Nick Andros video. If nobody does it before the stream is over, I promise you I'll do it before I go live next. But they link you all the clips that you need in order with clickable links. You just got to pull up OBS and make it in like 10 minutes.
literally, oh, I worked at Blizzard. Blizzard is good. Oh, I'll call my dad who works at Blizzard. He'll tell you. Do you want my dad to call you? This is basically Mutahar and being an engineer. Somebody actually should clip it. And they actually have the timestamps. I guess it would be a lot of work, but somebody...
Wait, Lus is literally saying the thing that I just said. He's like, somebody should make a compilation of the... Dude, we're on the same wavelength, bro. That's my fucking lawyer!
He did that to Pirate Software.
Yo! Dude, no way!
It was a hilarious... I mean, if I wasn't so lazy, I would clip it. If you clip it, I will...
Are you... I didn't pre-watch this. I didn't know that was gonna happen. That's insane. That's crazy. Dude, I'm Lus with a voice modulator reacting to myself. Lus, Comment Cop, we're all the same person. I can't believe he just said that. That is literally word for word what I just said.
And it was a hilarious... I mean, if I wasn't so lazy, I would clip it. If you clip it, I will share it. Where Mutahar is saying that he is an engineer.
To be honest, you know that I didn't pre-watch this because I thought the video was going to be about whether it was like legal or not to be an engineer. And for the most part, that's not really what I got here. I thought this was going to be like an intense legal thing.
He's not an engineer, and then he is an engineer, and he's not an engineer, and now he's investing in property, and YouTube is not his job, and he's now a computer engineer, and now he's, this engineer, a computer science engineer.
Dude, big things are happening here. Big things are happening. Is there anything else he covers in this, or can we move on?
Computer engineer, someone who understands code. Mutahar is a computer engineer.
The easiest thing about being a YouTuber is not being a pedophile. Well, somebody needs to call the YouTubers because it seems like something got lost in translation. What the fuck is that clip? I'm going to the Nick Andros thing. He's gonna like hack my computer probably when I click this link. Joke's on me, I guess. I'll be clicking it. Let me see. Hello, deep voice man. Wow. I showed it as a joke at the beginning of the segment, but I never actually went in here. Where is the October 15th clip? October 15th. I wonder if Mutahar will just take down all these videos. That's like the next stage. Is that hoping he didn't, like everyone didn't archive every single thing here. Open link. What is this?
I'm an engineer, not a politician. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Okay.
Is this the wrong clip?
Will I cover the Silent Hill 2 remake?
No, that's him talking about engineering. Where is the... Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong link. I was correct. I clicked the wrong one. Open link.
You know the easiest part about my job is to not fuck a kid.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
Do that shit. Ruins his entire fucking catalog.
I just saw
Who's he talking about?
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Ruined
Keffels
her.
appreciated
They
the shout out.
ruined her character on the last season. Fucking sucked.
Is he talking about Game of Thrones?
Hello, are you using Proton? Yes, I'm playing this underneath Linux.
Oh, guys, look, Linux.
Fucking God, dude, why did Kevin Spacey have to fucking touch a kid, bro?
Who the fuck's, dude? What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Like, why the fuck did he have to do that shit? Ruins his entire fucking catalog for me. Fucking annoying, bro. What? I just don't understand, bro. Like, I don't understand, dude. Like, why can people do... You know the easiest part about my job is to not fuck a kid? Like, the easiest part of my job.
Well, in Mutahar's defense, okay, that's not been alleged.
Like, literally, I wake up, and, like, I never have to fight this urge to molest, like, a kid or anything, because it doesn't happen. But yet there's so many YouTubers, so many influencers, so many fucking people, so many people that just do this shit. It makes no sense.
Dude, not only did it sound like he just ripped ass when his chair fucking shook. Look, this is a touchy one. I don't want to say anything weird here that would get clipped. But, like, I don't know. Maybe it's the hater Nick energy in my head right now. That's like, that was a bit odd.
This urge
why did he say it like that?
Molest, like, a kid or anything.
I'm not going to say that either.
There's so many YouTubers, so many influencers.
I don't get an inkling in my mind that Mutahar is like a fucking predator in any way, shape, or form, but if I thought it was a 0% chance, when I just watched that clip, it went up to like a 0.5, if that makes sense.
So many fucking people, so many people that just do this shit. It makes no sense. Like, it actually makes no sense to me. It's wild. It's like sometimes you'll find like you know what's cringy as fuck is like coming across some like chat logs that get leaked from people where they're like acting weird towards other people on the internet. Like,
is this not just like a bizarre way to discuss this, or am I like hatering out? Did I drink too much haterade today with my coffee?
Well, no, allegedly. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Kevin Spacey did not touch.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to get sued, dude. Kevin Spacey's gonna come from Mutahar's stream archive.
Confirmed. Let me completely rephrase that.
Yeah, it's not. He's not like unhinged. It just seems like he's wording this in a strange way.
Kevin Spacey is alleged to have done unsavory things, but nobody knows.
And what the hell's going on back there?
I thought you'd recognize the sound.
The law.
Remind you of anything?
Yeah.
You ever talk to somebody who, like, again, let's remove ourselves from Mutahar. I'll even take him off the screen, just so we're not looking at him when I say this, right? You ever talk to somebody and, like, you know they're lying? And they're almost so forward about how unhinged something is and how crazy it is to the point where, like, it sounds like they're not telling the truth. Now, I don't know if I have, like, crazy hater energy, and I don't think that Mutahar has done anything wrong, but, like, that clip reminded me of just when I'm talking to somebody and I just know they're lying to me, right? Like, that gave me kind of the same energy. It's like, dude, the easiest thing on my fucking day is to just wake up and not do that, dude. But then I see these messages, bro. And, dude, I look at these messages and it's just crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think you just talked me out of hater mode. It sounded like what you just said makes total sense to me. Where was that post? It sounds like he's so optics cucked that he feels like he needs to talk about it like that or something. You said something along the lines of that he's just like so optics brained.
Nick just started insulting me.
It's like it has affected his speech
Allegedly,
pattern.
Muta cannot respond because he is wiping his hard drives.
Yeah.
He just come off as
I don't know
creepy
about that.
now.
That's what I you know what, that's probably a good explanation, is that he's just so terrified of saying something that sounds even slightly incorrect that, like, the optics brain mentality made it come off as weird. That's probably more likely. And he can't say his opinion. Let's not go that far, okay? Boogie2988 fired up a show and admitted that he faked cancer last year. So for all the people who are still arguing that, technically what he did was okay. Fuck you, okay? Now Boogie's just straight up saying that he did it, So we don't have to fight about it anymore. Want to fight about it? Go fuck yourself. Okay, this is it. It happened, or it's done.
In this last year, and
This is his big update. He's like, hey guys, I haven't done content in like a year, so I just figured this would be my thing.
Nicholas DeOrio. We need to talk to you about all of it.
By the way, he looks exactly the same as like the last time he streamed. This is like just seeing him back in this fucking room again looks like failure, but he's still making a ton of money.
And
why is the wall white? What is that?
need to talk to you about all of it.
It's white over here too. Jesus.
A lot of it.
Are those two Disney droids? Are those the fucking Galaxy's Edge droids that you can... Why would he have two of the same droid? They're like customizable. What's wrong with him? What the fuck? At least he's keeping the burger time in there. That's limited edition.
And I need to talk to you about all of it. A lot of it's good. I got engaged. I started.
Yeah, with no other context, that almost sounds okay.
It's good. I got engaged.
I don't mean to be a dick about it. I'm like the first guy to say, I don't care. A 22-year-old woman or a 21-year-old woman, if she wants to fucking marry a disgusting, disabled, 60-year-old fucking knocking on death's door, fucking poor lunatic, I think that she is like of sound mind and body to do so. But God, she's got like Benjamin Button's disease. Every time she grows another year, she looks younger. It's actually, I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I think that most people think it's totally, most people think it's weird. The people who think it's fine are usually okay with it until they have to look at them. Like when I play the clip of them embracing each other, then the most staunch 22-year-olds can date whoever they want start to go, they get a little queasy. It's gross. It actually is gross.
Started a successful.
Play the clip? Do we have to do it again?
The white spot is from his cum after Keemstar told him he was a massive failure.
Yeah, dude, he got the... Oh, God. Wait, Mike Clum. I'm going to show you again. Because YouTube updated their policy, and in the first 2 minutes of the video, I can flashbang you at Boogie's girlfriend's sex tape, okay? That's the official rule. People were asking me, what... Oh, look, you can see... Look at this. You can see the fucking Taco Bell on the edge of his lip. That's great. Yeah, it's right here. So Mike Clum went there to film a documentary. He was suicidal and he left. And when he came back, oh good, they added her baby pictures just to make the segment hit a little harder. Here's her mowing his lawn. Wow, it's cool that he's giving this high schooler a job. I'm not the guy who makes these jokes.
I have to look at Boogie Wife or not.
I'm not the one who makes these jokes. I'm usually the one who's just like, oh, give it a break. Whatever, give it a break.
You know, I used to have a theory, Mike, that if you are a 40-year-old man and you have a Snapchat, that means you're a creepy dude. Turns out my theory was right. I have a snap.
Ugh. So where does the music start? Yeah, the music is where it ah!
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Ah! Dude, the people in my chat right now are like, oh yeah, this really isn't that big of a deal, Nick. I mean, she's of legal age. Then you put her on the screen for 30 seconds and watch her embrace Boogie, and they're like, turn it off. Yeah, people were writing in my comment section, they're like, I don't know why you're so hard on this one. It's like, I mean, some of it's like a joke, but like, let's be honest here. She's got like Benjamin Buttons. It's like she gets younger every year she ages. It's weird. I don't know. I also think the fact that I've heard rumors that she needs weed to like engage with people in an IRL setting.
What's the name of the guy?
And I'm just like, this just feels gross. Something about this just feels not right.
Learning that Boogie's cancer is fake on the same day that I learned that my mom's cancer is in remission. As much as you can with lymphoma is wild.
Congratulations, bro. Congratulations to your mother. Good shit. Happy, wait, where the fuck was that? What's your name? Ephileg? How do I say that? Ephelexor. Mama Ephelexor. Congratulations. Good shit. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Started a successful show on another channel. I lost.
Why does he sound so depressed about being able to finally pay bills? Does he need to keep up? He needs to still make donations on his own live stream, so he has to sound depressed about it. He's like, unfortunately, I can now pay my bills because I started a successful live show on another platform. It's a big shame.
Started a successful show on another channel. I lost 75 pounds. I'm getting really close to my goal weight. And I did a bunch of horrible, degrading.
I gotta be honest, for fat guys like us, for like me and Boogie, the goal weight needs to be like, you know how they do GoFundMes? Where like, nobody's going to fucking send me $20,000. And they hit $20,000 and then they lower it. I mean, they raise it. Sorry, they raise it. That's how the goal weight has to kind of work as fat guys. It's like the goal weight is this. Wow, I didn't think I'd hit that. All right, let's lower it.
Eating stuff to myself to try to make up for some of the mistakes I made. I guess it was 3 years ago that I got told by a doctor that I most likely have a disease called polycythemia vera. But
Dude, isn't this fucking crazy? A full year later, he's just gonna come clean on it without anyone pressuring him because he knows like it didn't damage his career, so he can just fucking own up to it now. Because Keem saved him for better or for worse.
years ago that I got told by a doctor that I most likely have a disease called polycythemia vera because I had blood markers and other symptoms, and we were going to treat the symptoms. And I ran to the internet to tell everybody that I had it. That it's a rare form of cancer. It's a blood disorder. I did it for attention. I did it for pity.
Dude, there were people fighting on tooth and nail the entire time. Boogie didn't lie. Boogie really has cancer. Boogie didn't do anything wrong. It's like Boogie's just straight up now saying in plain English, yeah, I did all this for attention. I'm a total asshole.
Cancer, it's a blood disorder. I did it for attention. I did it for pity. I did it because I wanted you guys to feel bad for me.
Just started
Thank
insulting
you!
me viciously on Twitter.
Appreciate it.
Jesus Christ, Nick. I will donate all my life savings if it means you never show Boogie making out with his child bride in the bathtub again.
Should that be like should we have a donation pop up where like if it hits a certain amount of money, like a gif of Boogie having sex starts playing on the screen? Can we do that? Would YouTube ban me if I set some absurd one where if they hit it, everyone has to watch Boogie have sex?
Attention. I did it for pity. I did it because I
That would kill my monetization. People legitimately would just stop donating.
wanted you guys to feel bad for me. I was being a worthless, manipulative
Dude, I was being
piece of crap.
Wow.
And then a year ago, Destiny, Mutahar, Medicare, Keemstar, a bunch of other people called me on my shit. Rightfully so. I tried every trick I ever learned to get out of it.
Bro, I feel like he's kind of giving the game away here. That's going to be the moral of the story for the whole day, by the way. We're going to repeat that phrase 100 times. It's going to be my new iconic catchphrase.
Keffels appreciated the shout
He's
out.
admitting he just tried to manipulate his way out.
This faking disease drama sure was insane at the time. I wonder if anyone else faked disease that around the same time this story was still happening.
Is there another one?
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Nick the Show, the whitest kids you know songs of olden times sketch first song is the Boogie theme.
I'll take a look at that, but I don't want to get claimed.
Keemstar, a bunch of other people called me on my shit.
What is Bunty King to you?
Jesus Christ, you guys are insane. Thank you.
Nicholas DeOrio?
Rightfully so. I tried every trick I ever learned to get out of it. I tried.
So we're not going to take him seriously when he starts fucking backpedaling anymore, right? I mean, we already weren't. But now that he's just straight up admitting he like sat there for a month trying to lie his way out of it, knowingly doing so, right? Like there's no mental illness here. He's just kind of giving the game away. I feel like at that point, this guy's kind of lost it. You can't really feel bad for him after that. It's like, hey, by the way, I'm a malicious piece of shit.
Sewer slide baiting. I tried denial. I tried lying. I tried temper tantrums.
Yeah, where's the liar tattoo on your face?
Those temper tantrums went very viral.
My mother twitted my tipples!
But Keemstar held my feet to the fire and would not take
Keemstar kept you employed because you were making everyone a lot of fucking money.
anything other than accountability. And I tried that. I tried something I never tried before, which is just to admit.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Keemstar did something interesting because in any other career, this guy would be done. He would have no opportunity to move forward doing what he's doing. Holy shit.
Nicholas DeOrio.
Thank you.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
When Boogie starts the backpedaling self-deprecation, he's trying to look pathetic without outright admitting anything.
Yeah.
What's the name of
what
the guy?
fuck?
Keemstar
Thank
Orbiter?
you.
Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
You guys are nuts. In any other situation, this would be like career ending, but Boogie exists on a podcast where the entire show is about degrading the people who are there because they are already unemployable, pathetic losers with no real audience, right? The audience is like of people brought on to farm them for attention. So in a way, the best thing that could have possibly happened to this show was finding out that Boogie organically faked having cancer years prior because it gave the show another decent arc, and it was like in the spirit of what the show was about. People were expecting Keem to fire him. Why? Why would Keem fire him? That's why the show exists. If anything, if this happened beforehand, they probably would have tried to start the show sooner to capitalize on it. That's why LolCow Live is a show.
I was being a self-centered, narcissistic piece of shit.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
As bad as Boogie is, at least he isn't Review Tech USA.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being an elderly fat man adjacent to video games and you're worse off compared to Boogie?
Bro.
Where's Rich's Bride, for example?
Dude.
That's the noggin joggin', huh?
Review Tech USA is such a tragedy because he's legitimately someone who I've watched like thousands of hours of his videos and was like super stoked when I got the follow back on Twitter. Because you guys got to remember, before I was a complete asshole douchebag online, I used to watch some of these people. YouTube's fun because like you meet everybody, right? And then you learn to hate half of them because they turn out to suck. YouTube is like a never meet your heroes, but like really don't do it. Like, please, for the love of God, don't meet them. They suck. They're all horrible.
What's the name of the
Review
the
Tech
guy
USA
who
is
keeps
probably one of the
order?
worst
Nick
examples.
Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Before you were only a lowly Cal, but now you're drowning in goals. Welcome back, Callus Oreo.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And
let's finish this off.
Admitted that I was just human garbage, and then work on trying to fix it. And it turns out
We'll never know. We'll never know. Also, the last little thing before we get started. I'm so sick and tired of this. I am so fucking sick and tired of the Superman discourse. Yeah, for 2 seconds I'm going to talk about it. All right. Holy fuck, dude. I get it. There's legitimate criticisms of the movie. But when you say that Superman's got fucking estrogen in his body, all right, because James Gunn didn't put the guy you wanted there, it's so fucking annoying. Holy shit. Dude, all the tweets are so fucking annoying under every James Gunn thing. Why is it like, why is Superman a fucking political issue? He's it's either a dog whistle to hate Jews on some people's timelines, or it's like the woke mob has ruined Superman by making him more like the comic book, all right? If you have issues with James Gunn's writing, that's perfectly fine. But you gotta admit it's better than fucking Man of Steel. I rest my case. Suck my dick, okay? That's the intro, okay? Let's start the fucking stream, all right? I'm so frustrated, dude. The movie sucked ass? Yeah, you know what? It wasn't perfect. It was not a perfect fucking movie, all right? But it was better than half the superhero slop that's come out in the last fucking 6 years, all right? Maybe I wouldn't put it up and rate it really high next to fucking The Dark Knight or the Batman or Iron Man or something like that, all right? But like, bro, current day, I'll take what I can get from the super slop, dude. I'll take what I can get. I haven't seen Fantastic Four yet, but I heard it's better. I'll probably watch that. So many people are obsessed with it. Nobody actually who's saying this hates the fucking movie. They don't even want to watch the movie because they're like caught in some fucking psychotic pipelined community theory that they're gonna send Zack Snyder's Justice League to fucking Netflix and they're just gonna allow a separate DC universe of like fucking multi-million-dollar, like $100 million films on Netflix that just won't go on
just
HBO.
Started viciously attacking me on Twitter.
Thank you. Yo! Thank you so much. Jesus. But fucking that's what they think. There are like delusional fucking animals out there who think that James Gunn's just like, all right, dude, they'll do the DCU. We'll just put it on DCEU. We'll just put it on Netflix, and then Zack Snyder can finish his movies. It's never gonna happen. You guys are insane. There was some guy who I guess like allegedly stalked somebody in the elevator or something, or like showed up to a panel to like try to like intimidate James Gunn. I want to look that up. That's another segment for another day because I gotta fact check that one before we start talking about it. But there are some weird fucking people right now. I'm tired of the superhero genre. Yeah, me too. Not really though. I watch all the slop. I am as much as I like going on EFAP, I feel like if I talked about movies more, all those people would probably hate me. Dude, if I had a movie channel, they'd review my takes and tell everyone how bad they are. So I'm gonna stick to drama, okay? I would not be a good movie reviewer, all right? Unless I'm really mad about something and everyone just happens to agree with me already, then I'll probably be okay. But debate this? No! No! I am not dude, I would lose. Anyone I know who does movies would tell me immediately. Actually, it depends. That I could probably debate. But arguing the actual superhero movie, I would lose. DeOrio taste in music or movies. Other little tidbit doodah from the intros here that we weren't going to show is Mike from PA. I got to pull up the Destiny one because the clip's been struck everywhere else. Mike from PA has done the impossible, folks. He got a temporary ban on Twitch for saying something anti-Semitic. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody got. One singular time. I can't believe it, chat. I didn't know Twitch even banned for this. I assumed this was like okay after all the other clips that I've seen.
That is right.
The curse of Iran's unremitting aggression or the blessing of a historic reconciliation between Arab and Jew.
Is it permanent? No. No. Good one, buddy. Good one. No. Oh.
In the days that followed
That shit crazy. Jew is not a fucking ethnic.
Dude, Jew is not an ethnic. Why are we even talking about this?
It is Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity. This demonic ethnicity.
So he called Jews a demonic ethnicity, just to be clear. Now,
wholly invented.
Yeah. Yeah, mouthy Buddha sound effect. Boom, boom. Do we have one of those? Hold on. Here.
Demonic ethnicity.
Go ahead, free, fight censorship, and support free speech.
Bro, I got an ad on BitChute. How? I have ad block and it's BitChute. I didn't even know that they had ads on that site. What the fuck? Okay, I'm sorry.
This constructed ethnicity. This demonic ethnicity. Wholly invented.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
Twitch
video.
finally enforced the rule, chat. We got to give credit where credit's due. And then the clip got DMCA'd. Remember when this was like the worst thing ever? Remember when all these guys are like, Ethan Klein can't take criticism because they're posting shit saying you should watch this as an alternative to his actual content? Now we're just striking clips again. This is Bad Empanado all over again. These guys are total hypocrites, dude. Total fucking hypocrites. This is insane. Now, I don't know for a matter of fact. I will say it's possible Mike didn't strike this, but you know why I'm not really convinced? Twitch streamers have always done this. Destiny has struck clips. Bad Bunny, I'm pretty sure, has struck clips. I'm pretty sure Mike from PA has struck clips. Dude, the only one who knows this is like a YouTuber.
Unrelated, but Netanyahu sounds like the Egyptian ghost from Courage the Cowardly Dog show. Return the slab or suffer my curse.
Thanks.
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
That was a good one. I don't know what that meant, but that was a good one probably. Yeah, so the person who would know that Twitch streamers do this is a YouTuber. Because every time I go back to try to make a video on like any of these people, all the clips have been deleted for copyright strikes. Like it's a common tactic.
Redacted, be like. How dare you show the full context to my anti-Semitism 3 months ago out of context?
I did not watch Courage the Cowardly Dog, no. So it's insane. It's absolutely nuts. But yeah, so he takes the strike now. Not the strike. This thing gets struck down, right? And people are talking about this, right? I showed it. Mike from PA. This is a screenshot I took. That was a screenshot that I got. So just to be clear, I saw this as well, right?
Nick just started insulting me viciously on Twitter.
Imagine an alternate timeline where Brandon Carrera and Mike from PA debating in Congress lol.
So I took the screenshot myself, and there's also the post that was still active. It was made by the same poster. You can see that the same guy posted it to both, so it's definitely the same clip. It only got struck on LSF, where it was a significantly larger one, so that also kind of plays a role here. It had way more upvotes. And then somebody else sent me, Well, it says on my screen it was removed by Reddit's legal operations team. And the reason why I would say that is because it was DMCA'd. Like, people don't seem to realize that a DMCA is not like a report that someone can do for harassment. It is a legal takedown notice. So the person who would take this down is Reddit's legal team. I imagine this is what it says on desktop view, and there's like a discrepancy with mobile view, but mobile view shows the copyright notice and specifies it directly. But not only that, people would strike streamable. You ever click on a streamable in an old Reddit thread while you're researching somebody and it says like this is no longer available? People would constantly DMCA even streamables. They would delete their clips or DMCA clips, and they would delete this, and they would get the streamables deleted as well. That was something that happened a lot. Yeah. But that was the Mike thing. So then Mike finally got banned, and it's a temporary ban, most likely. Probably going to be 2. He'll probably be, by the way, he'll probably, again, like the Hassan thing, he'll probably be unbanned by the time this segment hits your inbox as like a regular YouTube video. You will see this happen most likely very quickly. Also, Mike from PA is now, after this clip spontaneously combusts, and we can't prove for a matter of fact it was Mike from PA unless somebody tells us over at Reddit that it was, he's now saying that I misspoke and immediately corrected it and started a discussion of the way Zionism has been conflicted with Judaism. The clip is intentionally stripped out of context and only published after the VOD containing it was lost. It's from almost a year ago. So, in retaliation to this clip getting unearthed and shown again that Mike got banned for, he is now saying that he accidentally misspoke and used Jewish as a stand-in for Zionism. So not only are we just striking clips, and that's the hypocrisy, now the thing that Ethan Klein has been saying is happening for a fucking full calendar year, Mike's defense is that it's not fabricated, it's literally just happening. So, I don't know what's worse. Just saying that Mike is anti-Semitic based off the clip and not seeing the remainder of the context, or saying that Mike is actually telling the truth here and that Ethan Klein isn't crazy and this is actually happening in real time where people are conflating Zionism and Jewish in the same fucking way. And it doesn't even sound like that based off the clip that we heard. It sounds more like Mike is lying, but it is funny that he defaults to like a position that is positive for Ethan. Misspoke. How do you accidentally say that Jewish ethnicity is fake and demonic? I don't follow. I don't think you're anti-Semitic, which is why this surprises me. This clarity was pivotal, especially then. I was referring to the settler colony state of Israel, not Jewish people. That's why the immediate correction that's been stripped of the context is lost. That's why the clip was sat on for 10 months. I gotta be honest with you. If that additional context was here, it would still make Ethan look good. It would make you look bad. 100,000% would absolutely make you look bad. It just makes you look bad in a slightly different way. You said Jew is not an ethnic. It is. Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity, this demonic ethnicity, wholly invented. Can you clarify what you meant? Zionism is a constructed nationalism for settler colonialism in Palestine. So he's like, oh no, I misspoke. The whole sentence was wrong. What? Oh, the clarification was that every single word I said was wrong, and I actually meant something entirely different. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Wait, are you saying he wasn't banned for this and he was banned for the big buck hunter one? I don't know if you could say it on YouTube. There was another clip that went around of a black person phrase that sounds similar to Big Buck Hunter, the iconic arcade game. So he didn't even get banned for this. This is just something that went on. That's even funnier. He was literally banned for Big Buck Hunter. That's crazy, dude. You didn't say Zionism. That's what I was referring to. The context of me watching a war criminal, Benjamin Netanyahu, talking to the UN almost a year ago makes that clear. I know who Netanyahu is and what he's done and is doing. You didn't say Zionist. You said Jewish. Why would you do that? And people are liking this tweet and upvoting it. It's crazy. Oh, and Hassan Piker put out another tweet crying about our community. I don't know why he keeps doing this. This is a good fucking reaction meme. I stole this shit. I'm using it all the time now. There is an entire commentary sphere on YouTube that is poisoning the brains of Americans, young men, under the guise of apolitical commentary, whose only involvement with Israel commentary has been to try to smear the very few content creators who have actively spoken out against Israel. Well, if you didn't want to be quote-unquote smeared, maybe not interviewing a fucking terrorist would help. that wants to impale Jews on pikes. That'd be a good one. Or maybe not like cheerleading a ship getting hijacked. That's probably a great one. Or watching propaganda videos and screaming that they're musical people and flashbanging your guests with that. Like, if you don't want to be criticized, maybe you should just stop doing this stuff, accept the criticism and change. Like, you know, your friends who are getting sued, if they accepted the criticism that their reactions weren't fair use years ago, they'd probably be saving a fuckload of money right now, and they probably would have changed. But ultimately, you guys are la la la, can't hear me until something happens. And something's happening and you're being criticized online for it. He's literally making it a systemic issue that people are making fun of him online. Like, there's a huge systemic issue that's happening right now in the commentary community, and someone needs to stop it. These guys who say they don't care about Israel and Palestine, those liars. I'm telling you right now, the vast majority of people who vote in this country, or even probably the EU, probably don't give a flying fuck about Israel or Palestine. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the case. I don't even think they think if they do have a position, it's not an educated one. I guarantee they don't spend nearly as much time as the average Hassan chatter even thinking about these controversies and these conflicts of overseas shit. I genuinely don't think they actually spend time doing it. I think it's out of touch to assume the majority of people are actively thinking about this on a day-to-day basis. I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. Yeah, I'm more intrigued to cover YouTube drama because A, pays pretty well. B, I've been watching it since I was a little kid. And C, you're an easy fucking target. You say dumb shit all the time. All right. And yeah, apolitical. I'm not apolitical, but I'm probably like, I'm being honest when I tell you that I don't give a fuck about this conflict. I don't spend any time offline thinking about it. And I'm being upfront and honest about it. Yeah, I'm covering this specifically because you're like a crash out bandit. And you provide like so much stuff to talk about on a near daily basis. And it's not like there's any stretching that has to be done to talk about it. You just put it all out there, and I could just run through Twitter timelines and shit and talk about it every day. So yeah, I don't know. If you want to call that a systemic issue, that's fine, but it just sounds like you're crying because people are mean to you online. And by the way, those people who you're talking about, this commentary sphere on YouTube, you've been telling everybody that I do a that my show Rape Review is this horrible show that like attacks rape victims and stuff, which is awesome. Thank you so much. You've been slandering me as a fascist for fucking 3 years. So I don't really think you're in any position to kind of dictate anything at me, I guess. This guy literally uses like weaponized misinformation and cries foul when people cover him legitimately. It's kind of a shame. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing to respect here with Hassan Piker. And the best possible thing about Hassan is he's too big to fail, but too stupid to stay out of the public spotlight. So he's like an endless content machine that could be covered every single day for like the rest of my life. If I so choose to, you know, he's too big to fail, too stupid to stay away. And ultimately a fantastic content machine for me. Okay. And Smaggle, you're going to take a vacation. Nick, you're just straight up lying that Israel-Palestine isn't a big issue in the real world. I'm not saying it's not a big issue in the real world. I'm saying that the majority of average voters don't give a fuck about it. And you're talking about this in the face of like other issues that actually matter. I still think the fucking, the way that they handled, like all these streamers and stuff handled Kamala Harris was like insane. To sit there and scoff and, oh my God, she referenced the rapes. It's like, dude, you guys are trying to win an election after pandering to trans people for like fucking how long now? 4 fucking years of Twitch poll trans debates where everyone was about how there's a trans genocide going on and people's rights are being stripped away and they're being killed in real time and abortion is on the fucking rise. Abortion laws are on the rise and women can't trust their own doctors to not report them to the government. And they're taking away the woman's right to choose whether she's having a kid, and kids are going to start dying because they have like complications in pregnancy and it's illegal to give them an abortion in certain red states and stuff like that. And then they threw all that away for Israel-Palestine. And they're tweeting shit like, well, they've got to earn our vote next time. It's like, bro, it's do or die. You just fucking, dude, you guys just sat there and said, I'm going to vote third party. Now, I don't think Hassan Piker has the power to sway an election, but I'm going to fucking judge him. And I'm going to judge the people who specifically said vote third party. But this is your person.
Nick just started.
These guys don't have to. These guys don't have to
Can't
fucking.
wait to watch this tomorrow, honeybee, honeybee, honeybee.
Those guys don't have to. What's it called? specifically vote third party to be an issue here.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest
It's either Kamala Harris or Donald Trump, and if you're not actively pushing for Kamala Harris, you're supporting Donald Trump. Half the country voted fucking red. You know, like, earn your vote. I mean, earning your vote is how you... That was the big thing after the election happened, right? The election finished, and then it became the earn your vote shit. I think Mike from PA was pushing that too. It was so satirical. It's like the loser doesn't get to dictate that. But it's so funny. There's a trans genocide going on up until there's like a desert conflict millions of miles away from where we live. And then all those trans people and all those women who need abortions can go get fucked because Kamala Harris referenced rapes on October 7th in a debate. It's so laughable. We all know you voted Jill Stein. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, how many trans panels were on Twitch poll? There was no other issues being discussed, which, by the way, also... not really a hot button issue for voters that I see personally. Look, I'm thinking the average voter's talking about like who's trying to lower their taxes and stuff like that. That's probably more important to them than even trans issues. But that's what they talked about for like 4 consecutive years. You couldn't go on a Twitch panel that was talking about something else. And then all of a sudden, everyone just forgot about those trans people. How many trans panels are there now? How many people are talking about the trans genocide? Where is it? Where's all the discussion about it, dude? They sold them up the river. And they're like, oh my God, this is what you voted for. You get these tariffs. It's like, bro, okay, cool. Yeah, sure. You guys did enough. You guys talked enough about it. I wrote in 5,000 Trump ballots as Bo Blacks. Yeah. Nick won't read chats or super chats. Well, I'm not going to read your chats because you're taking a 24-hour vacation. Bye. But yeah, so that's that. This is insane. I got 11 headshots from Billy Mitchell and Carl Jobs photoshopped into a crab mailed to my house. I cannot say enough good things about Billy Mitchell, okay?
No way, dude!
This is like, dude, my whole kitchen table was pictures of Billy Mitchell autographed by Billy Mitchell. You can get your own, by the way. You don't even have to. We might find a way to give some of these away because I don't know if I need this many.
Appreciated the shout out.
I framed 2 already, and they're going up in the game room, in different various locations. You'll notice I don't even know if this is a production model because some of them say Karl Lobst and they're signed Karl Lobst, but some of them have a decal that say Karl Lobst with Karl's little face in it. So we might even have some pre-production models, I guess, that Billy had signed for us, which is really cool. A lot of people get mad when we say nice things about Billy Mitchell, and they're just like, Nicholas, he cheated at video games. Nicholas, he's a lol cow. Nicholas, he sued people. And it's just like, fuck you. Get fucked. Get fucked. I don't care. It's still funny. I don't care. This is still funny. Even if everything you said, this is still fucking hilarious, all right? Dude, Billy Mitchell got grinded into the dirt by like for 4 fucking years or some shit by Carl Jobst. And you're expecting, oh no, guys, turn off the laughs. Turn off the laughs. The hyper autistic people are getting really upset about it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care. It's funny. This is hilarious to me. I will defend it to the death. Nerds get mad. No, Nicholas, the red joystick. Dude, I actually think Billy's response to the red joystick allegation has gone largely uncontested. I don't think anyone has even challenged it. After spouting on for like 3 years that this is definitely an 8-way joystick because it's red, and it's not original hardware to play the game on, when Billy turned around and said, actually, because these machines are so old, it is written in the rules that you can, like these organizers for events can literally put in like equal hardware. And that like would be okay for the record. Nobody has challenged him on that. And to my understanding, every person with retro game knowledge that I'm aware of has told me that that's very much the case. And I don't know if you guys realize this. It was the assumption that it must be an 8-way joystick because it's like red, or it could be an 8-way joystick because it's red. The only thing that changes on a joystick, and I actually know this because the stupid arcade 1-ups are the same, it's a little plate that goes into there. It just like the plate angles the direction. Right? Like you could put one in that offers 8 directions, or you could put a plate in that offers 4 directions. I don't know if they manufacture, this could be wrong. I don't think they even manufacture sticks based off of direction. They might, but I'm almost positive that like the 4 to 8-way joysticks in these machines are literally just like, I don't know if they're plastic or metal plates that go in and they just block off different directions. Yeah. But again, nobody really cared about this for years. They just repeated it as if it was true. So it's extremely funny. Billy Mitchell, you could buy these things right now, and you could either use code Nick or, and by the way, I don't make any money off code Nick. I just want to be very clear about that because people think that I'm paid to say this. No, I think it's actually legitimately hilarious. You could buy this, your own headshot for $20 USD, or you could get it for $17, I believe, with code Nick or code Carl Lobst. And Billy has this on the site along with some other stuff. And obviously this comes, I mean, you might as well get hot sauce while you're here too. The Ricky's hot sauce is like the official hot sauce of After Hours now. Augie RFC has been like drinking this shit, literally just drinking this shit. And he loves it. He keeps telling me, he goes, he keeps cooking with Billy Mitchell's hot sauce. And it's the funniest thing ever. Why are you promoting it for free? Because, I mean, people think that every YouTuber just shills products. I think it's hilarious. And I own multiple signed bottles. I've used the stuff. I really like it. I'm happy to do it for free if it's a product that I like. Yeah. Now it's not. Now Meta PCs snubbed me. So Starforge. You know, we still actually make some money off the Starforge PCs. People actually do use the link. I'm shocked by that. I guarantee I've probably sold more computers than Bo Blacks did, who did get the Meta PC sponsorship, and I have an affiliate. So I think that's very funny. When is Augie streaming? I mentioned this earlier, all right, before we get into the actual topics today. I spoke to Augie recently, and he told me that he's coming back really soon. Now, I figure that was like 7 weeks ago. So I mean, it could literally be any day now, sure. Like, that's soon, right? You know? He told me, he assured me it would be like any day now, 7 weeks ago. So he might as well be back already. Yeah. Any year now, next year. He keeps telling me he's going to do it. But yeah, so that's the Billy Mitchell update. Now,